When you open Xojo, the first screen is to choose a project here. You can rename the project you want and choose the company name. And this is the kind of like a reverse domain name. This is what we call the application identifier to identify your application. Let's say you have the same application name like uh, Notepad. Then you can use this kind of pattern to change it to match and specific to your application. You can choose a project type to Web, Console, iOS, Android, and recent project. Also, some default template. The most important thing is the example, since you can download and search it. Let's say database here. You can browse and it can download and open to the Xojo IDE as you need. But what you need to take a look first before you download. They may notify that this is the SQLite project for web, for desktop. But let's say for this one, the notify, you can check on the right side the kind of the desktop. That indicate that this notify application is targeted to the desktop application here. Or you can download all of the example as a zip file. You can unzip anywhere you want and then browse and go through each of them. It's easier, maybe. Okay, let me start with some sample application to make it easier to demonstrate and navigation of this application. Let's say the Xojo node for desktop first. Choose. Now it's download. Oh, what's wrong? Okay, let's try the chat application. All right. This is the chat application for web. It may be more or less similar or different from this one. But first, let's save it. When you purchase Xojo and you have license, you can save it as a text file by choosing the Xojo project here. But for the trial version, you can save as a binary project, means everything will be saved in one file. So I will save it here and get a folder called chat app, right? So it will be stay here as a one file and every everything will be contained in Xojo binary project, right? So first, let me show you why do you need to use the UI, all right? First, at the Xojo application and setting, something that you need to recheck. The default project format, maybe choose a binary as your default, but when you have license, you may choose text, right? Or, okay, let me choose binary at this moment. The navigation on the left side here, you should show default value is maybe okay, but double click open the tab. Someone want to be like when you double click this, it should be open as a new tab. Let's see. Now you have two chat page, but if you double click something like the method, it show the source code. You can change to this kind of thing. So it's up to you. Okay, go back to the setting again. Coding, you can choose the font you need. The default one without downloading more on Mac is the Menlo. Okay, the Menlo here is the monospace font like this. Some style that you may um, need to recheck is about the default comments. You may use the single quote comment or single quote with spacebar or double slash to make it more like C++, Java, and JavaScript. It's up to you. And this is what I set for the auto completion to show icon or not. Or sometimes you don't want to use the line number and apply standardized format after ending line. I choose it because when I press enter, it will format the keyword and the line. It would be useful and highlight the current row between the line that you are typing. It highlight the source code. So let's take a look and set up like mine. Other thing here, I mostly let it be default, so it's okay. Now, let's see how to read the navigation bar. First thing first, you can search, let's say, chat and enter. You can see, you can have app.chat page, property, and chat page. Okay, you can resize with the hamburger button here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 objects in the contents section. In the build section, this is the default one. Now, what is this? The build setting is for you to set up. Let's say if you build on Mac platform, on the left side, look on the right side. This is the application name. Let's say this one. You can rename it to be like the My Chat application, but on Windows, you may change to something else, but you need .exe. On macOS and other OS, you can choose the target like to specific to x86 or ARM or both. Both mean they compile two binary file together, so it's double the size. And on the Windows, it's like this. Windows has three options: 32 bits for the old version of us. Maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe somebody still use it. And 64 bits and ARM 64-bit on the Linux. It has more than that. It has ARM for 32 also. So they support a lot of target CPU, as you can see. And for the Xojo Cloud, it means if you buy the cloud service from Xojo, you can write a web application and just deploy here and one click deploy to the cloud. Okay, go back to the navigation bar. The most important thing is the app. The app object will be the whole single or the core app. You can set up function that's specific to the app and the method and the property, sorry, here. Like add page here, set page as add page. Okay. I will tell you how to read this code again in the future, but let's focus on how to navigate it first. When you double click the method, it shows the method name here above, or you can check on the right side here. What does it mean? The designer cannot can deny what you have to learn here. The session is something specific to the web app. Let's skip it. Now you have the page and some dialog box here. Let's check on the screen. You can try to resize here, and you click on each of the property. On the left side, it go through the property to select the control on the left side, and you can see the hierarchy. The chat page is the biggest one. The control, it hold all the control here. So we can see it like send button or username input, and event handler and method. Actually, it's the same thing, but okay. Mostly you don't have to deal with it for a designer point of view. Mostly you use chat page and set up the control here. If you unfold something like about button, you will see some what we call the event. Like on press, what should this button do? Okay, about button. If you press, it will run the code that say about box.show. What is the about box? You can go to about this one. So again, you can go back like a web browser on the top left. When you right click on each of them, you can go to this, the class or the implementation. Now, on the right side, it's a bit tricky. You can switch to library and inspector. Library means what you can drag and drop here. Let's say this one. When you drag and drop to the screen, it will place and snap automatically, or you can set up the size of it. Let's say I select this one, but this is the library. I cannot set from this screen. So on the top right, it should show inspector. And here you can see you can set up a lot of property here. All of the property here can be set and get both sides, set it or get the value from it, or set up the value into it, into every single view here. But it's easier to browse and click, 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 click. So this is about the navigation. Sometimes you will see this kind of thing. The bottom toolbar. The bottom toolbar will be a special one that you can embed something that uh, related to action around here with some special object. Let's say the about the dialog box. You can create the dialog box, but when you use, you cannot show the dialog box design on this page, right? Because it will pop up when you need. So the instance of the about box is here. Other thing is kind of like a design application, so it should be easy to use. Something on the toolbar here. Let me go through. This is how you add something to the selected object. Let's say this, then you can add something from right click, or more than that. Here, you can switch to the code and UI view here. You can lock the toolbar. No, lock the control here, or unlock it. You can set up the tab order by starting, like you want them to input the username first, then the message, and then the send menu and messages. So we can drag and drop to reorder all of it. This is the step that when we tap, how should the cursors jump to? This one jump to the right until the end of the right control input. Then they go to the leftmost of the next row. This one show size and gap. And when you select, you can arrange to move forward, backward, something like that, or even to align or distribute like this. This one to try to taste the black theme or the dark theme. So this should be the end of the overview, and the best thing you can try is to run the example. If nothing wrong, you can run and show the result. Like this one, it should open a web browser like this. Okay, and then stop here. Now, you will know how to navigate among the UI of the Xojo already. Let's check next chapter, how to create the UI.